With innovation being such a hot topic at the moment, a lot of organisations are coming along and saying, look, we see the need for innovation, but how do we actually go about doing this the right way? So I thought I'd just sort of outline what we tend to talk to them about when we sort of have these initial meetings. Because the first thing that we talk to them about is setting up an innovation strategy. Now, this might make a lot of sense when we're sort of just talking like this, but often people are running off and setting up innovation programs without an innovation strategy. They don't really know what they're trying to get out of innovation. They just hear that it's something they have to do. So this is where we sort of see groups running off and buying beanbags and having breakout spaces, or they're running standalone hackathons or other events which don't actually align with what the organisation's trying to achieve. So this is the second point, that I suppose it's around innovation strategy, but then it's making sure that the innovation strategy is contributing to the organisational strategy as well. So strategy is the first thing. The second thing is to actually have a very robust plan about how you're going to find ideas, introduce ideas into the organisation, then how you're going to assess those ideas, how you're going to do feasibility studies or proof of concept activities, and then how you're actually going to get those ideas that are successfully trialled and assessed into the organisation, adding value. Again, it seems pretty straightforward, but there's a fair bit of work that needs to be undertaken here, because it's not just about what the stage gate process is. It's not just about how the proof of concept program is going to run. It's about how staff are going to be involved, as well as external players, how they're going to be involved as well. And so the plan needs to look at the different tools, whether it's scorecards or other approaches that are going to be used to actually assess ideas. It needs to identify who's going to manage the process, how they're going to engage with the rest of the organisation, and generally how ideas are going to be progressed all the way through to get an outcome. This is the third part, and this is really understanding what is meant by success. Now, a lot of people backtrack when we start talking about this, because innovation is supposed to be this out there thing that just sort of happens, and we can't really judge, or we don't know what the outcome's going to be. But for me, this is a little bit of a cop-out, because we see a lot of innovation programs fail because the expectations weren't managed. Senior management thought that there were going to be outcomes, tangible benefits to the bottom line in 6 months, when in reality that's a very, very difficult thing to do from a standing start. So having a feel and having this buy-in by senior management about what the expectations are, how is success defined in terms of whether it's a return on investment or whether it's the level of engagement of staff, these are all important things to actually understand from the get-go. And so these are the basic things that we sort of talk to groups about, because one of our biggest concerns is, with all the hype around innovation, everyone's out there spending a lot of money doing things to find ideas without understanding the need for strategy, the need for good planning, and the need to actually understand what success actually means.